I'm here with Howard Chaykin, the legendary Howard Chaykin.
Calm down, woman.
That's why he's legendary. Okay, so I have some questions for you. They are good questions. Okay, we've read Satellite Sam.
Okay. I didn't write Satellite Sam. Remember, I illustrated it.
Well, I mean, I have to look at the pictures to read, right?
I would hope.
Okay.
Isn't that what comic books are all about?
Yes, and I love your attention to detail. I mean, even in the ceilings, you have the old vintage tin ceiling tiles and the old patterns and all the right furniture. It's like, is this done by memory? Do you go and you do your research?
I think research is an imperative. One of the reasons that I'm the go-to guy in period material and comics these days, and I think that's true, is that I respect the material enough to try to get it right.
Yes.
I mean, anecdotally, there was just after the first season of Mad Men aired, I was approached by the management people that were covering that show, and was told, and rather sniffily, that I was the guy to do the Mad Men comic book. And like yeah, right. And I went over and I demonstrated to them that was in fact true. And one of the reasons I respect the show is that they're very scrupulous about the way they do their reference material, and there are some that aren't.
Right.
And I take it very seriously. And for a while there I was doing a lot of World War I stuff, so that was harder to do because there's less defined. But I like doing the 50s stuff, and when I screw up, so there's always someone to tell me. But yeah, I like the clothes, I like the period, and I like the environment. But no, it's not memory. I was born in 50.
You don't look it. Look at this beautiful skin. He doesn't look it. So, I mean, I've followed your work, and you draw a lot of World War II, post-war, new look, new era, and you incorporate such great fashions. What type of lady is your favorite to draw from what era?
It's really a toss-up between the kind of the vampy, bitchy diva type of the 50s, and also the gamine. And I'm being called on to do that in Satellite Sam. I'm doing Cara Kelly, who's a bit of a bombshell.
Yes.
Maria Melato, who is a kind of an aging Italian starlet who was a big deal in the White Telephone movies in Mussolini's Italy, but is now sort of stuck on a television series. But there's also Libby, who is kind of a Shirley MacLaine, Carol Haney type. Carol Haney is an obscure reference, which no one will get. Carol Haney was the woman who played the lead in Pajama Game, and was understudied by Shirley MacLaine, and Haney had issues, and MacLaine was in the show the night that Jerry Lewis was seeing the show, and he hired her immediately to appear in a movie called Artists and Models, which is about comic books, I might add, and that was all she wrote for her career. But she was the one who did Steam Heat. I got Steam Heat, okay, and she was married to Larry Blyden. It was an actor and quiz show host of that period. So look it up. That's why I use the Google. I
love the Google. Oh no, but I love your women's. Like I have a collection of all your pinups and all your different women, like especially Black Kiss and Satellite Sam. You nail vintage lingerie. I mean, down to a beautiful medium. Like it makes me want to go look for things that it's like I can't find anything that's real that is as beautiful as the things that you draw.
Well, not in Texas, but I can tell you where to go in Los Angeles. Seriously.
Poor Texas.
No. There's a place in Los Angeles called Trashy Lingerie, or it was pronounced correctly, Trashy Lingerie. I say lingerie and people give me shit, but that's the way it actually is pronounced. But
people give you shit
frequently because they assume I'm old and have. Holy shit! Look at that.
Was there a girl just right there?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I couldn't make. It was like, what the hell is? And she's no kid, but. I like that vintage look because much of that was, part of what I grew up with. I came of age at that time, and much as I hated, I loved the '60s because it was so loose and open, but I really like grooming, and there are certain triggers of fetishism that are a big part of my life that I even today I still live with, and I love that look. I really do. I mean, oddly enough, Betty Page is not part of that.
Right.
That was not anything to me. For me, it was. When I saw the Sweeter Gwen stuff, and Gwendolyn, the John Lilly stuff, I like that stuff, and also and even the Norman Lindsay stuff as well.
Well, recently you told me that you just approved number 6 of Satellite Sam, and 7. You're working on 7.
I've delivered the first half of 7, and I'm into. And before I closed my shop on Thursday night, I left the house fairly early on Friday. I did the rough pencil on the second half of Satellite Sam 7. And I'm pretty happy.
Awesome. No, we're really enjoying
it. The covers, I've done all the covers up to 10.
Well, we really enjoy it. I just want to say thank you for bringing back such a beautiful era that people have long since forgotten. And, fashion has really gone to shit in the last 20 years.
Well, but I think a lot of that has to do with that fake irony that has invaded the culture. I mean, I think Madonna has, for example, when Madonna took lingerie out of the bedroom and made it in a public costume
with Gaultier,
really fucked shit up.
Yes.
Because the whole point of lingerie is that it's a surprise and a secret to be opened as a gift, that it should be found as opposed to be displayed.
What artists, the nudie artists, did you ever find that
I was obsessed with Gil Elvgren. The first time I saw Elvgren stuff, I was like, holy shit, this guy's the tops. I love this guy. And even Bill Ward, as crude and creepy as the work was, I thought Ward had a real and obviously obsessive touch with the material. I love Michael Berry, who's an artist who nobody remembers, and there were two illustrators, major illustrators of the 1940s and 50s, who got their start at Esquire doing cartoons. Earl Oliver Hearst and oh God, slipping away here. I've lost the other one, but a lot of the Playboy Doug Snade. And Eric.
I have a pinup portrait, a personalized pinup portrait from him.
Girl.
I'm so happy.
I love Doug Snade stuff. Yes. Always have. Eric Sokol, just the greatest stuff.
Now, real quick, like where did you learn how to draw? Like what invoked that in you? What made you want to draw comics?
I was given a box of comics when I was 4 years old by a cousin who was 9 or 10, and he felt he'd outgrown them. And I fell in love with them immediately. That's all I ever wanted to do. I mean, I can, as I said earlier, I can still bring up the musty smell of that box of paper. And from that point on, I did everything I possibly could to make myself unemployable in any other way.
I heard you give a speech on running into people that have more talent and how to separate yourself from the pack. Can you reiterate that a little bit for me?
Well, I believe that. I mean, I am really blessed with a profound work ethic, and with an insect fear of being identified as an imposter. So, whereas a lot of the members of my generation have passed on and are not working, I'm still working, and a lot of it is that I'm the least talented and least naturally skilled and gifted of my generation, but I am the hardest working, and I think conviction and fear wins out every day.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Chaykin. Thank you, guys. This is Jessica with Pop Culture Overload signing out.